Way down south, it's great lake. City lights to the wide open plains. Yeah, united is how we stay. From town to town, you'll hear the sound of ha 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 ha. The awkward silence.
Love it.
And the calm before the storm. Hey, howdy, y'all. Mark Sebby here. Thank you for tuning in to Texas Internet Radio or watching on Texas Internet Music Television. You may be also watching on Facebook or YouTube. So, howdy, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Texas Music Showcase. And today, oh, looky who I've got here. I have Miss Sabrina Estevez.
Hello.
Yeah, and her guitar player. And I'm sorry I didn't catch your name, sweetie.
It's Charlie.
Charlie. All right, that's a good name, Charlie. I like that. Charlie, how long have you been playing guitar?
Oh God. 20 years now?
She's pretty good, y'all.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, I heard her during sound check. We're gonna see how it equates to this live show here. I am so happy to have you here, Sabrina.
Oh, Mark, thank you so much. I'm so excited.
I know we had one set up and we had to move it, and
we did.
I'm glad we got back so quickly.
Me too.
Yeah. So let's start out. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got your start in music and all that good stuff.
Okay, well, great. Well, I started very young, as most kids in Texas do. I was singing in the church choir and all that wonderful stuff. And then my mom started taking me to the karaoke bars at a very young age and singing that. And so I've just been singing for a long time. I did a first recording at 13 on a music Christmas special, and that was fun. And just kind of kept at it and kept doing it. And so we decided about a year ago we were going to really, buckle in and just really try to go for this. So yeah, we're putting out new music and writing songs and doing all the wonderful things.
And you're also working with someone I have a lot of respect for, Miss Chris Harbaugh.
Yes, God,
she is
I love
amazing,
her.
dude.
She is so amazing. I reached out to her. She and I didn't know each other. She'd heard some things I had done, and I'd heard of her. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to reach out to her. And I messaged her, and I said, hey, I'm just this woman out here in the wind, and I would just love some guidance and another woman in my corner. And she was so gracious, and she's been so wonderful and such a mentor for me.
She is an amazing person.
Yeah.
She has been just fantastic to work with, and everybody she works with really has a drive to them.
Yeah.
And she doesn't just pick up anybody. So
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I was very excited, and I tell her all the time, thank you so much, because she's got a phenomenal roster, and to be what I consider still a small tater on that roster of huge taters.
Well, listen, small taters grow up too.
We do. Small taters do grow up, and
they grow up, man. And your journey's going to be a lot of fun. And if you pay attention, listen to her, I guarantee you she's not going to steer you astray. So you got some music for us, don't you?
We do. We thought we'd start with a little cover first, and then we do have some original music we'd love to play.
Cool. Yeah, let's do a few of them, and then we'll stop about halfway through, and we'll catch up for a little interview about what you got going on with Singles to Radio, all that good stuff. All right?
Sounds good.
All right. Yeah, and don't be afraid to tell stories in between the songs.
Okay, great.
All that good stuff.
Well, we're gonna do this song. This is from Miranda Lambert. I know she's getting a lot of flack right now, but I love her, and I think she's awesome, and she's a Texas girl. So, sometimes we're feisty, but this song is called Acting Up, and I absolutely love this song. I hope you guys enjoy it. And Charlie does amazing. Can you just go a little crazy on your little intro for a second? Okay. Mirror, mirror on the saddle, hear my rhinestones rattle, acting up. Billy Bob, Texas, picking out new exes, acting up. If you really want me, I'll be riding on my pony, just a singing morning, cause I'm acting up. Even Tiger Woods couldn't swing it this good, I'm acting up. I'm a Queen Mustang, $100 in the tank, gas it up. I'm not in the Mojave, call me Ricky, call me Bobby, call me Honey, they was sorry, cause I'm acting up. I want a sunset rock, Bella Rodeo, the Colorado hot, California glow. I wanna see the desert from a baby Palomino City. I need to have a little fun. I'm acting up. Looking for the light, and when I find it, then I rhyme it, acting up. Little Lone Star Elvis gonna get a little selfish, jack it up. With my microphone money, buy my own milk and honey, got my own kind of country, kind of funky. Turn it up. I want a sunset rock, velvet rodeo, a Colorado hot, California glow. I want to see the desert from a baby Palomino City. I need to have a little fun. I'm acting up. I got a heart on fire, don't you wanna hold it? I'm a really good trick, don't you wanna go on it? I want a sunset rock, a velvet rodeo, a Colorado hot, California glow. I wanna see the desert from a painted Palomino City. I need to have a little fun. I'm acting up. I'm acting up. I'm acting up.
Nice. Hey, Miss Charlie. You don't by chance play any Incubus, do you?
Honey, she plays everything.
I can already tell.
Yeah,
I
she can play anything.
I can hear that.
Don't y'all go trying to take my guitar.
No, I like it, man. I like that. That you got some alternative rock background to you. I can definitely tell that, man. And I'm digging the hell out of that playing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. I like that mixed up, man. I like the cross genre stuff. I like what people are blending those genres and doing it well and representing Texas with some new sounds.
Absolutely.
And that's more of what we need out there instead of the same stuff crammed down our throat constantly.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yep.
So we're writing together. And so we talked about kind of the elements that we both bring, and she's phenomenal. So yeah, absolutely.
I can hear that influence. They might be one of your likable bands, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I could hear it with
She's gonna rock out some
all those open.
We're gonna do a late
all those
show.
Open chords and everything, man, and the voicing on it. Yeah, I can hear it. All right, what's next?
So this next song is called "Have Mercy," and so when I was growing up, when I was younger, the Judds and Dolly Parton and Emmylou Harris, Linda Ronstadt, and all them were the people that I tried to emulate when I was growing up. And so Winona is a big, big part of my influence. And I think as you start to hear even my original songs, a lot of those darker tones and growls and stuff come out just because I absolutely love Winona. And so this is a song called "Have Mercy." I didn't know when I was learning how to sing this song when I was a little girl that I would live to experience each one of these verses. I should have written this song by myself, but I didn't. I was too young. But I've lived it and I loved it. And it's what country music's about, right? Living experiences and then singing about them. So Have Mercy is what we're going to do next. Well, I was standing in line at the city bus stop, soaked to the skin from that evergreen drive. I see you driving by just like a phantom jet, with your arm around some little brunette. You say you won't be home because you're working late. Honey, I'm no fool, you've been out on a date. With lipstick on your collar gives your game away. It's strawberry red and mine's pink rosé. Have mercy on me. You treat me so bad. I'm misery. It's taking my heart, honey. Can't you see? Baby, baby, have mercy on me. Ow. Well, I called you up on the telephone. I could hear you was playing that Haggard and Jones. I knew right then that there was something wrong. There's only one reason you play cheating songs. Have mercy on me. You treat me so bad. Misery, it's breaking my heart, honey. Can't you see? Baby, baby, have mercy on me. Woo! Well, I went to the bank with my little checkbook. The cashier gave me the strangest look. Said you ain't got no money 'cause you're overdrawn. Your man took it all and he's a doggone. Have mercy on me. You treat me so bad. Misery, it's breaking my heart, honey. Can't you see? Baby, baby, have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. You treat me so bad. Misery, it's breaking my heart, honey. Can't you see? Baby, have mercy on me. Woo!
Very
Nice.
nicely done, ladies. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about, you were talking about influences and stuff. When you're writing songs, what are you writing? How are you writing your songs? Like, are you writing them for you? Are you writing them for your fans? Are you writing them for radio? What's your approach?
I think at this point, I'm still writing them for me and the people that I try to have conversations with that may not necessarily come out, in everyday world. And so there are things that I write that I'm like, I would love to say this to you, but I can't. So let me put it in a song.
Right.
And so, yeah. So some of it is, true experiences with myself. Some of it is, with people that are around me, and it's in a situation that they've gone through. But so I think at this point, it's definitely still writing kind of like a diary. I don't think at this point I'm still at like the masses level,
Sure.
because I don't know what the masses level want to hear. I just know what's happening within and the people in my immediate circle. And so.
Yeah. And I mean, like, and as you grow, if you really, the best advice I could give you, and I'm sure Chris has told you this, you got to study your analytics and your data.
Yeah.
And Spotify is a really good place to do that. So are the reports that you get back from the radio, the tracking reports.
Yeah.
Are a great place to do that too. And then if you really want to dig down into it, I'm going to give you a little hint.
I do.
Go to each individual station and treat them just like that. They're not just a radio station, man. There's a PD there that has a personality.
Yeah.
And if you can get to know that PD and get in good with them, man, that could be a huge help for you. if you make them a fan, when you release something, you're going to be someone they're going to at least listen to. They might not spin everything or add
Sure,
everything. I mean,
sure.
it might not be a fit for them. Depends on what you're doing, right?
Yeah, for
But
sure.
if you have that relationship, your chances of growing and getting good feedback and the data is what you need to grow.
No, I agree.
You cannot
Absolutely.
develop with fake information. And
You're right, because you don't know what you don't know,
That's
and
right.
then you're just going out there blind. But
So,
no,
yeah. So
thank
pay
you.
attention to that demographics. The listenership of the stations will help you a little bit. But yeah, and most definitely, man, the Spotify stuff is huge. If you can learn how to interpret that data and use it,
I do. I just started the Spotify artist page, so I'm like,
good.
Now, how do I do that? So,
Well, you're going to learn. Watch some YouTube videos. Take the time. Spend at least an hour a day doing research and development for your brand.
oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And if you spend another hour on personal development and then another hour on writing songs, and if you can figure out 4 hours in a day and you can lock that in, that'll help you develop very quickly. And I mean, everyone asks for a shortcut. There is no shortcut. It's all hard work.
It is really hard
And
work.
it takes time, but there are things you can do to position yourself for better success. So
Well, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. And I do know that you're doing quite a bit of artist knowledge type things. And so I'm super excited to see what you guys are doing as well, and hoping to get in on that, because I think that your mission and what you're trying to do is phenomenal.
it's big and it's a lot of pieces, but it all comes together at the end into one thing. And as I roll things out bit by bit and piece by piece, and people are like, "You're absolutely crazy. You got too much going on." I'm like, I can't stop what I know I need to do and
Yeah.
what I'm being called to do. So just shut up.
I get
Get
that.
out of my
I get
way.
that, which is why, I get that.
Either get behind me, support me, financially or otherwise, or get the hell out of my way and leave me alone.
You got things to keep doing.
Yeah, man, I'm not going to stop just because you don't like it.
Right.
I'm sorry. There's other people that
No,
are.
I'm excited about all the
Yeah.
things you got going on.
Well, and it's, for newer artists, this is what it's for, is so you guys don't get off on the wrong track and get sucked into the traps.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jack and I could talk about that for hours, couldn't we, Bubba? Mm-hmm.
No, I love it. I love that, because a lot of people will keep things to themselves and not share the knowledge.
Man,
and so,
the gatekeeping and all the BS in our industry right now, especially in the Texas music scene, has got to stop. Or I'm sorry, and I hate to sound like politics, but it is. Nashville's going to creep in, and they already are, into our scene. So if everybody doesn't start getting along and helping each other and sharing and developing and doing things differently, we're going to end up just like them.
Yeah.
And I would hate to see that. I really would.
for sure.
For multiple reasons. Nothing against Nashville.
Yeah, no.
I think
No, I hear what you're saying, and thank goodness. Last November, we went out to the TCMA Awards, and my husband, we're nobodies yet. Or I don't want to keep saying that. I'm a little tater. I just like that word better. But we went up there and we met some good gals that are up there that are working their tails off, and I love it, and they have been so wonderful. So at a peer level, we're definitely getting a lot of love and support, and we've kept those relationships kind of building over this last year. So I'm excited to root them on and be there.
And that is absolutely like huge, man, that you're doing that networking. And I am sure that your lady, Miss Chris, is telling you, hey, meet who you can meet, keep your relationships cool. Even if they do something stupid, just okay.
It's a small world. As
Mhm.
big as it is, and as saturated as people say the music scene is, and I get that. And there's a lot of bands and a lot of artists, but the ones that are really working hard, it is a small group, and I've felt that in the community, and I've made a lot of really great connections and hopefully new friendships that are
You're going to need money to fuel your journey, because things cost money. Recordings cost money. Promoters cost money.
Sure.
Management costs money. But if you're investing it wisely and smartly, and you're putting it into the right team and the right people, you don't have to spend all of it.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And I hate seeing that, man. I hate when someone's charging $3,000 for $1,000 job. I'm just like, man, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be
Come on,
hard.
man. That artist needs to get back to the studio so you have more stuff, or you're not going to have a job as a radio promoter or a manager.
This is true. Yeah.
Without the material, without the new music, there's nothing, man. You're dead in the water.
Yeah.
And especially today with 8-second attention spans,
Oh, for sure.
you've got to be released.
And I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes when songs are being presented to me, and I hate it. Sometimes songs are being presented, shopped to me, and I'm like, 4 seconds in, nope. And I mean, and that's not fair. And I do think about that sometimes, like, okay, just listen to the
But
whole song.
there's something to be learned from that, though.
Well, yeah,
If 4 seconds in, the national average right now, as of the last time I did the research, which was about 2 months ago, is 8 seconds.
Yeah.
If you can't catch their attention in the first 8 seconds, whether it's your intro or whatever you do, the chances, especially on Spotify, they're going to go to something else. They want to hear something they want to groove to.
That's the whole rodeo right there, 8 seconds, right? Holding on for 8
And
seconds.
that's it, yeah.
And that's what it is right out the gate. I mean, it just is. So
Yeah,
you
if
take
you want
it
to
from
play in
PB
Texas, I
take
guess
it
the
from
fiddle's
PBR
out
to
now.
the
You better be
radio.
able to, you better ride that bull, baby. You better be able to hang on for 8
We're
seconds.
trying, God darn it, we're trying.
Well, what else you got for us?
Okay, so I thought that we would do our song that is currently on the radio that you have played yourself with your radio station, and we thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, by the way.
We're happy. Oh, hey, we're happy to support.
Truly.
It's
Yeah,
a good tune.
yeah, thank you. So it is a little slow, it's a little waltz, but it's a beautiful song, and it's just more about connecting with people and just kind of putting those phones away, and let's just get back to kind of some old school stuff, like let's just enjoy each other and our company without all the distractions. So this is what that song is called or about, and it's called Vintage. We're moving too fast, so we gotta slow things down. Don't need to go out on the town. Stay right here, kick it old school. Like back in the day, we were brand new. Let's do what we used to do tonight. Let's dust off that bottle of wine that's been sitting since way back when, baby. Let's go back in time. Have nothing on, old country song. Go straight to Joe while we're slow dancing in the kitchen. Tonight, let's be vintage. Let's do what we used to do tonight. Let's dust off that bottle of wine that's been sitting since way back when, baby. Let's go back in time. Have nothing on, old country song. Go straight to Jones while we're slow dancing in the kitchen. Tonight, let's be vintage. Tonight, let's be vintage. Oh, tonight, let's be vintage. Turn off the TV, hide the phone, leave nothing to do, baby. Turn each other on. Let's go back, 'cause honey, it's been too long. Tonight, let's dust off that bottle of wine that's been sitting since way back. Baby, let's go back in time. Have nothing on, old country song. Go straight to gold while we're slow dancing in the kitchen. While we're slow dancing in the kitchen. Tonight, let's be vintage. Tonight, let's be vintage. Oh, oh, oh. Tonight, let's be vintage. Tonight, let's be
You know what I really love about that?
What?
I love that you chose a waltz for your first single out to radio, and I'm going to tell you why.
Tell me, please.
I am of the belief that you should never put out a super a song with a lot of potential for your first song. I think that's a good relationship building for you and for the PDs, for them to get to know a little bit about you. And there's a way with the slower song that you can show a more emotional side of you,
right,
and possibly connect with them. Now, that doesn't work with all of them.
Doesn't happen with everything, and I think we're so close to hitting that top 100. You know, if we can just get into that top 100.
Listen,
but it's okay.
That's the only thing that matters on your radio single, is that you get on the printed chart and stay there, no matter if it's 80, 90, 100.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Stay there as long as you can, because it advertises you every week for that market. And that's really what you're doing. It's modern day advertising. Radio promotion is not what it was in the 80s and 90s.
Sure.
It's not.
It's not. Yeah.
It's a different game now.
It is a different game. But I thank you so much, because I questioned, is that really the right song we want to put out for the first one?
Yes.
But I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
In my opinion,
I'm glad. Well,
I think it was. And I encourage it. Like, I've got artists, oh, you got to hear this song. And I'm like, this is your first song. Dude. Do not put that song out. Oh, that's the one I want to put out. I'm going to put my best foot forward. And I'm like, you're going to burn that song, dude.
No, I'm so glad. And you're so right with Chris being in my corner. This was the one that she said, let's do this one.
Yep. She's
and
absolutely
so
100%
I absolutely wanted to respect her, you know, her knowledge and her expertise. And I said, okay, let's do it.
Hit him with that one.
Yeah.
Next one, something a little bit more upbeat, but not your full.
For sure. We actually are going back into the studio.
For release 4.
Yeah.
The end of your second year.
Okay.
Boom. Hit him in the face.
We're going to figure out what that boom song is.
Yeah. Well, you might not even have it yet.
I might not.
But it might give you time to do it.
For sure.
Because you're going to get feedback from each single, and you're going to be like, well, I want to try one like that again, because it didn't really do as well. You know, but you also got to take into consideration you were in the building process, and it's building relationships.
Yes. Absolutely.
And if you're not doing that with the PDs, start immediately.
No, absolutely.
Build your foundation on your internet reporting stations, and then graduate on up to the small market, medium market, terrestrial FM. You can also court them too with this single. You don't have to hold off completely, but just figure out who the small market ones are. Don't go after the big boys yet, because a lot of them won't play you unless you're top 40 on certain charts.
Sure.
So you're going to keep emailing them and emailing them and emailing them, and they're going to block you. And then when you have something good, you're not going to have a way in.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good advice.
I'm not saying don't approach them.
No.
They should always get your release. And you should say, hey, listen, if you like it, add it. If you don't, I totally get it. I'm brand new to this.
I like that. Thank you.
Just come in humble and earn the right to advance. You're going to do great.
Thank you.
What's next?
Okay, so we're going to do a little song by Miranda Lambert. I know, again, she's getting a lot of flack, but I happen to love her. I almost have enough covers that I could do a tribute band if I just slap a blonde wig on. But we're going to do a little song called Mama's Broken Heart, because I think it's just a lot of fun to do. So I hope you guys like it. I cut my bites with some rusty kitchen scissors. I screamed his night till the neighbors called the cops. I'm on the pain, spits up my liver. Don't know what I did next. All I know is I couldn't stop. Word got around to the fireflies and the Baptists. My mama's phone started ringing off the hook. I can hear her now saying she ain't gonna have it. Don't matter how you feel, it only matters how you look. Go and fix your makeup, girl. It's just a break of running. Hide your crazy and start acting like a lady. 'Cause I raised you better. Gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. I'm a broken heart. Wish I could be just a little less dramatic like the Kennedy and Camelot went down in flames. Leave it to me to be holding the matches when the fire trucks show up. There's nobody else to blame. Can't get revenge and keep a spotless reputation. Sometimes revenge is a choice you gotta make. My mama came from a softer generation. You get a grip and bite your lip to save a little face. Go and fix your makeup, girl. It's just a break of running. Hide your crazy and start acting like a lady. Cause I place you better. Gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. Broken heart. Pound your nose, pinch your toes, line your lips, keep them closed, cross your legs, dot your eyes, never let them see you cry. Go and fix your makeup, girl, it's just a break of running. Hide your crazy and start raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. My mama's broken heart.
Dang, Miss Charlie.
That's Charlie.
I'm saying, man. Check out them
Isn't
chops
she-
on
she's
Charlie.
she's amazeballs.
Yeah.
And she sings too. Now, on some of our sets, Friday night was a little bit more of a rocking crowd, so she got to do a couple of her songs. She's definitely a rock and roll gal.
Oh, yeah. I can tell. I can definitely tell. If I can think of the Miranda Lambert song,
Which one?
I got it.
We got
It's
lots
an
of Miranda.
old one.
Well, we got lots of Miranda songs.
Yeah. But there's one in particular I wanted to question you on. Let me look at it while you do your
Look
next
it up.
song. Yeah, let me
I'll
look
bet
it up.
$1 that we know it.
You probably do, but real quick, let's look something else up real quick.
What?
Let's share your
Yeah.
let's share your website.
Oh, Sabrina
Yeah.
Estevez.com.
And I've got it up on the screen for those of you watching live
Oh,
stream
yay.
or on the Sebby TV
Please
Network.
check it out. We got a few photos. We got all of our shows. Most of the shows. We did have a few more come in last night, so I gotta update a little bit. But
Isn't it fun?
it is fun.
Let's take a look at those shows real quick for
Okay, what you
everybody.
got?
I see July 26th on Wednesday. You'll be full band at the 151 Saloon in San
Yes,
Antonio.
we are so excited about that. Yes.
You'll be at Seguin Brewing Company Acoustic on the 4th of August.
Yep. Love them.
And then on the 5th, you are at the Fat Ass Ranch and Winery full band.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. If y'all haven't been out to the Fat Ass Winery for those bachelorette parties, good Lord, y'all need
Is
to
that
come.
what you're doing?
So it's a winery, but they come in busloads. Just all these engaged women just ready to party. I mean, they get off that bus and it's just crazy.
Them girls is rich.
They're crazy. That energy is so much fun, but we have a residency there. So we're there every first Saturday of the month through the end
Nice.
of the year. Yeah. So we're
Those
excited.
are fun to have.
Yeah.
And I will tell you from experience with Rebecca Creek Distillery, getting in good with wineries and breweries and
Mhm.
distilleries is a huge thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of networking and marketing opportunities
Oh,
that
for
can come
sure.
and cross promotion and branding
Yes.
that can come from that. So
Indeed. And we
keep
are
that
out
tight.
we are out in Bulverde with Cibolo Creek Vineyards, and we got a gig out at the Vine on the Village.
yeah, and
Yeah.
also that same night after Badass at 1:00 at 9:30, you guys are doubling down and
We
going
are.
to the Southway Pub in
Yes, we
Kerrville.
are. We are.
And then it looks August 18th. I know you got some new ones you need to update, but the Dos Serenos Brewing
Yeah. Yep.
in San Antonio. So
Yes.
you are a busy girl.
We are so busy, which I love because actually all of our band is pretty much doing this full time. So we're trying to keep the band as busy as possible, and doing the acoustic stuff as well. So we're just trying to make sure that everyone gets a little bit of piece of the pie, and
Amen.
everyone's taken care of, because I've got an amazing supporting band, and I want to make sure that they're not just left out in the dust. So I try to make sure that we get everyone some good gigs. And yeah, which, by the way, did I introduce that this is Charlie Ruth on lead guitar? She's phenomenal, which you guys have been
Charlie.
hearing. And maybe if we got a little extra time later, she'll come up and we'll let her out of the pocket and let her just go. I'm always like, hold back, baby.
Yeah, you can do that. It's your show.
And then we've got Ryan Brim. He's my bass player over there, and he came out tonight to support, and I thank you so much. And Andres, he's our drummer, and he couldn't make it out tonight because he's got work. He's got some other stuff he's got to do. But I got a really, really good supporting band. I absolutely love them. And they're called Blue Feather Band. So it's Sabrina, Estevez, and the Blue Feather Band.
Nice. I like that.
Thanks.
Let's give a shout out to our official channel sponsor here, Texas Select Beverage Company, the official teas and coffee of Sebby Music Group and the Sebby TV Network, and also this here show. Get the best tea and coffee at www.tsbevco.com. And you can tell them that Texas Internet Radio, Mark Sebby, sent you over. They also have a great non-alcoholic beer for those of y'all that are on that proverbial wagon. And if you would like to try some of their fine tea, I do believe they probably got it brewed right here at Goofy's because they carry it. If you'd like to try the iced tea, it's made here in Texas. So if you want to support a Texas company that supports live Texas music and the Texas music scene, except no substitute, they also have a radio station, Texas Select Radio, that reports to the chart that I run, the Texas Internet Radio chart. So they are also part of supporting music that way too. So thank you so much, Dana, and everybody over at Texas Select for all you do.
Yes.
And let's move on to the music, man.
All right.
Oh,
We're doing a little song called Boots. This is a little bit old school. This is Nancy Sinatra, but we put a little funkier spin on it. And I like this song, so I hope you guys like it too. This is one we do at most shows. You keep saying you got something for me, something you call out, but confess. You've been on myself, and you shouldn't been on myself. Now someone else is getting on your best. These boots are made for walking, that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep lying when you ought to be truthing. You keep losing when you ought to not bet. You've been a slamming when you ought to be changing. What's right is right, you ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking, that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep playing when you shouldn't be playing. You keep thinking that you'll never get burned. I just found me a brand new box of matches. You don't know. These boots are made for walking, that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Hey, Charlie.
Yes, Sabrina.
I think you need to start walking that guitar. Ah, yeah.
There she goes again, blowing it up.
Isn't she great?
Yeah, you had to watch out for this one, man.
I know it.
So y'all doing some co-writes together, I would hope?
We are. We
Good.
are. We're working on a little song. It's a waltz, another waltz. It's called "A Love That Was Wrong."
Ah.
We could do that one for you, or we could do one of our other ones.
You know what? I'd love to hear something that's unreleased yet. Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be cool.
Unreleased. A Love That Was Wrong. It's not released yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. But it's a great song. I did write this one, and so Charlie and I are working on it together, and so we're just going to see what happens tonight. It's not released yet, but it will be.
That's okay, man. When you're playing stuff that's not released and not strictly rehearsed, I know that this audience is very, very understanding.
Oh, good. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Did everyone get a drink? We sound better and we look better. We were both lonely, right place, right time. Decisions were made by the last glass of wine. Spent the next year trying to change the story then. But you can't make true of a world of pretend. No regret, we both moved on. No mistakes, no hurt feelings. The dance is our song. It's just a love that was wrong. There's no way this ends with us together. That's what you said. Can't get out of my head. Stolen moments and not magnetic proof. I knew one of them would play. No regret, we both moved on. No mistakes, no hurt feelings. The dance is our song. It's just a love that was wrong. We both played our parts. No charade in our hearts. We both fell in love, but it wasn't meant to be. No regrets, we both moved on. No mistakes, no hurt feelings. The dance is our song. It's just a love. It's just a love. It's just a love that was wrong. Thank you guys.
See, I like that waltzy side of you too. I like when you can rock it out and then bring it back down and
Oh, I
make that
appreciate
roller
that.
coaster of emotions. Make them feel it, man.
I appreciate that. So when we go to our gigs, I put a lot of time into like what our set's going to be, right? And I tell the band, guys, this is the plan. But obviously, we really look for the feel of what's happening out in the crowd, and so we can definitely take it from, we're just lovely, and then I love rock and roll, so we can just do it all. I don't know. I just try to make sure everyone has a good time because that's what it's about.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And appreciate you being on the show. I'm going to let you do this.
I appreciate you.
I think we got enough time for you to at least squeeze 2 more in, maybe a third.
Okay.
So let's pretend like it's only 2. And if we
Okay.
have time for a third, maybe we can have some Charlie bonus time.
Okay, let's do Moonshine Jar and then Charlie bonus time.
How about that? Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right. That sounds great. And I'm going to be quiet until after the last song. How about
Okay,
that?
so
Yeah.
Moonshine Jar is a song that I wrote as well. This is on the streaming platforms. It did not get released to radio, but you can find it at sabrinastevez.com/EPK. It's also on YouTube and all the streaming platforms. So I wrote this song because I happened to be out in Nashville drinking a lot of moonshine at the time. Oops. It's very good. The blue one, and it's very great. But anywho, a good person in my life was going through a breakup, and I said, "Girl, we don't have time to be dying on the bathroom floor." And so this whole song came from an actual conversation that was had in my little circle. I hope you guys like it. It's called Moonshine Jar. Broken hearts walk through these doors, back through hell, saying please no more. As we danced, you spun me around, and I thought I was the luckiest girl in town. Thought forever it was us two. Well, so much for the stars and love. Falling back down to earth, trying to find my self-worth. And I'm fine. These are the moments that help me find my spine. I've got too much to live for, ain't got time down on the bathroom floor. But you might find me at that bar, healing his heart from Moonshine Jar. It's not that you were all that bad. Oh, who am I kidding? Gaslighting was a huge red flag. You ain't ever gonna change. I had to walk away. Got me a new tattoo to go with my new attitude. If the bartender asks what went wrong, oh honey, just pour 'em strong and crank up those country songs. And I'm fine. These are the moms that help me find my spine. I got too much to live for, ain't got no time down on the bathroom floor. But you might find me at that bar, healing this heart from a Moonshine Jar. Or you might find me at that bar, healing this heart from a Moonshine Jar. Moonshine Jar. Moonshine Jar. Moonshine Jar. Moonshine Jar. thank y'all so much. I'm so glad y'all like that. That's one of our originals, actually. Do you want to do what's that?
Sorry, I am very particular.
Please hold, everybody. We're trying to find what Charlie Ruth can showcase because she's
mean, I
badass. Y'all
can
do need to
showcase
y'all
all
do
of
need to
it.
hear her.
Showcase
She's
all of it.
phenomenal. She can showcase any song, but we're just going to try to pick one that's
That's the best one.
wonderful. She's very shy.
There's disagreement among the ranks.
Okay, Mark, we have decided there was a meeting among the minds. We said, look, it has to showcase you, Charlie. But she says, look, I don't want to sing. I said, fine. But then we got to showcase your guitar skills.
She didn't want to
So-
sing. I was really hoping you would.
She can.
I
And
I
I
bet
can
she
step, I
can.
can step off to the side because she can sing. Now she's a rock girl, so she does.
Yeah, but that was what I was kind of hoping you would just kind of let her let
You know
loose and
what?
do
I'm
whatever
gonna
she
let her
wants.
let loose. You know what? She said, I can do it. I can do it.
Yes, you can.
Yes,
you
you
can
can.
do it.
You're my boy, Blue.
Yeah, y'all make some noise for Miss Charlie. She's about
Miss
to do
Charlie Ruth,
some
everybody.
craziness for us.
She's with the Blue Feather Band. She's our lead guitarist, and I just love her so much.
And y'all stick around. Right after this, we're going to go to our little 10-15-minute break and get Mr. Jack Nelson up here.
Yes, I'm super excited.
And he's got some awesome vinyl, man.
I love vinyl.
They're only $600, so get two of them.
You know what?
$50
That's just pocket
man.
change.
That's pocket change to have something vintage like that you can feel and touch and hear that wonderful sound. So I would say buy two of them since they're not 600. We're going to give you them for 50 tonight.
I love
That's
it.
the Sebby discount. Any other time though, they're 600. And he'll sign them too.
I want one.
This is an old favorite by Dylan / the band.
Dylan / the band.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
That's Bob Dylan, not an indie act out of LA. Holding the glass, I was feeling like I missed you. I was looking for a place where I could lay my head. Yeah. Say, mister, can you tell me where I'm there? He just squeezed my hand and was all he said. Take a look around, take a look for free. Take a load off that heat. Look right on me. Go down, Miss Moses. There's nothing that you can't say. That's just old Luke, and Luke's waiting on his judgment day. Well, Luke, my friend, what about young Annalie? He said, that's all right, won't you stay in family company? Take a load off that head. Take a load off that head. Load off that head. Load right on. On. I'm back singing, Lord, I was looking for a place to hide. When I saw coming out the devil walking side by side. Well, they call me, let's all go on downtown. She said, I got to run for my friends to stick around. Take a load off me. Take a load off me. Take a load off that hill. Put the load right on me. I'm back singing, Lord, and you see me. Get back to the daddy. He's the only one who brought me your stars everywhere. Lord, I'll take Lord free. Lord, I'll put the load right on me. Yeah,
Oh,
Miss Charlie Ruth,
yeah,
everybody.
you'll make some noise, Miss Charlie. Hey, ladies, thank you so much for being on
Mark,
the show.
thank you so much for having us. We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Hey, we're gonna take that little pause for the cause, but we will be right back. So
Okay.
y'all don't go anywhere. Mr. Jack Nelson is
Yeah.
up next. So we'll leave y'all. Yeah, I know that guy. Oh man, yeah, but real quick, man, look at this. Nice little CD in my hands here. I know what I'm gonna do with this sucker at here when I get home. I'm gonna find something that he ain't gonna know about, but I'm gonna find something other treasure out of here other than his radio release, and I'm gonna stick it on radio anyway and give it some early love. Yeah, you know I always do that stuff. I appreciate when I get CDs and when I get music sent in. So always feel free to send it to me, and if it's good, I'll play it. How about that? We'll be right back. Hey man, I mean that's if it's good, I'll play it. But I can't make any other promises than that. That wouldn't be fair at all. Hold on one second. Let me make that transition real quick. Boy, when I grow up, I'm gonna learn how to do better How you feeling about that? Yeah, baby.
Good and loud if you want to. Yeah.
Hey, why don't you real quick before you get started, switch those mics out real quick.
Yeah.
I want you on that ending 96, man, not on that SM 58. No, I know, man. Nothing wrong with the 58, dude. I'm really big on these EVs. Yeah, where did Sabrina go? She must have gone to the bathroom or something. When she gets back, I want to know what she thought about using that. There's a marked difference, man. You know, dude. You're a sound guy. That is one thing I will give Jack is very good at sound.
I gotta have a backup plan.
Yeah, right. I feel you on that, brother. It's funny, not funny, right?
Right.
Yeah, funny, haha. Yeah, not haha. All right, let's hear a little bit of vocals and guitar together.
Check 1, 2, 3.
Before we go back live.
Let me mute it.
Oh shit. Anything you'd like to tweak that a little?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Is that good to you?
Yeah, I'm not picky.
Well, no, but
is it good to you? Is it good to your listeners?
That's the main thing, and yes, sir. I think that's going to work mighty fine for us. Let's get back into the realm, as it were. That good old realm that everybody likes so much, right?
Like Mortal Kombat realm?
Well, sure, dude. Yeah, man. I like the reference, brother. I like the reference. Yeah. Let me fix that name there too, real quick, because you're not Sabrina.
I am not. Check 1, 2, 3.
Think about that.
It's a little thin. But
all right. Let me beef it up. Your guitar or your vocals?
Vocals.
Both?
Yeah. Vocals. The guitar's fine.
How about now? Check your vocals.
Check 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll work.
Do you need a little more bass in there?
Maybe a little less top end.
Try that.
A little thin. Check 1, 2, 3. Somewhere halfway between those two would probably be all right.
All right, try that.
Check 1, 2. There we go.
Let's roll with that, and I can make adjustments on the fly. Hey, y'all. Howdy. And hey, guess who is with me right now? I'm going to put him up on that beautiful screen because he's way better looking than I am. That is the one and the only Mr. Jack Nelson up there fixing to tear it up for you. Jack, how have you been, my friend? It's been a minute.
I have been greatly busy and really hot, which is hence the shorts today. It's Sunday shorts on the stage day. I get a pass because I've been driving all over Texas in this triple-digit heat with no AC just to come hang out and play good music for people like you because it's my favorite thing in the whole wide world to do. So I can't complain one bit.
I'm digging it, dude. And I'm digging the fact that you're here. And hey, Dad's here too, man.
Yeah. Pop's made it out. He's here to listen. He's actually the reason I get to do this. And
I was like, man, long time no see. And we were trying to figure out where, and it had to have been Rebecca Creek Distillery.
Yeah, it's very, very possible.
I'm thinking that's probably, and it might have been right when I first started doing that too, sir. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
Might have been one of the first couple of gigs that you had out there.
Yeah, and that was probably 4 or 5 years ago or so, I
At
think.
least, yeah. I was there for 6 years, man.
Yeah.
I was there a minute.
Yeah, that was good times.
Yeah.
It's sad to see that station go, but
Hey man,
you know what? It
that
just
wasn't my station. That was Mario Flores.
yeah.
Yeah, let's make sure. Yeah, I did not.
No, I wasn't
yeah.
blaming you.
Oh no, yeah. Yeah, I was sad to see it go though too, man. And also, look, man, their artist outreach program was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, when it was in its prime, it was fantastic. Did a lot of great stuff for artists like me when we were coming up, and especially like every year. I just got off the phone earlier today with a buddy of mine about Music Fest up in Steamboat.
Mhm.
They always do great shows and stuff up there in the mountains, and I had the privilege of being on several of those. I think about 5 years in a row. So
Yeah, you did.
it was always a good time hanging out with those folks up there, and hope they resurface that artist outreach stuff that they do. So if you're listening, Rebecca Creek, we still love you.
Hey, I think every company has to go through certain things, and I think that they were just at a point where they put so much into it, they weren't seeing an ROI, and we can understand that as artists.
Oh yeah, definitely, and that's the reason why a lot of artists end up hanging it up.
Yep.
You know?
Unfortunately, it is, man, and it's tough, dude. It's a tough business. It's a tough industry. Unfortunately for me, I'm figuring it out, man. I even made myself like, okay, I put my guitar down for 8 months.
Wow.
And I picked it back up, and I'm like, don't ever do that again.
That'll set you
ever.
back.
Oh my God, dude. It was like a time warp. I'm like, am I 14 again? Relearning guitar? I mean, like, my chops, everything, man. It's true. If you don't use it, the muscle memory, everything. I was like, this is bad.
Yeah, it's
So yeah, I don't recommend that to anybody. Just because you switch seats and get off stage and go the back side of the music industry into the the industry pro side, don't stop playing your guitar, because it's going to come haunt you, dude. If you're a real musician, it's going to haunt you. The songwriting, all of it.
yeah. It's, especially if you try to come back, you're gonna hate yourself for it.
Well, I know you got some new stuff that you've been writing and working on, and I know you got a ton of stuff I haven't heard, and neither have these folks. So let's dive in, bro.
Yeah, y'all want to hear the new stuff? I'll kind of want to start it with the
Whatever you want to do, dude. This is your show.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Welcome to my show, y'all. I'll start with the almost title track to the new vinyl that we have there. The name of the album is Going Places, and the name of the almost title track is Go In Places. You know, because I'm Texas like that, and it's about a G short, just like me. After years of aspiration, all these dreams that I've been chasing ain't been much for instant gratification. Yeah, there's shows that'll suck the soul from a crowd that never show. Tonight's a fate, might as well be a radio. Yet it's beyond my station as to why they're not tuned in. My patience and pride and self-esteem are wearing thin. Then I'll turn the key and tune it up, cranked up loud, kicking up dust, either in my mind or somewhere down that white line. Yeah, I close my eyes and all I see are the pictures the songs paint for me, stuck in a space without time. Yet I'm seeing faces, 'cause with music I'm going places. There goes one more, another handshake out the door, saying thanks again, until next time. You see, they always have me back. They'll say everybody loved you, Jack. If they know what they ain't paying ought to be a crime. And I'm praying, Lord, give me a sign, as I turn turn the key and tune it up, cranked up loud, kicking up dust, either in my mind or somewhere down that white line. I close my eyes and all I'll see are the pictures the songs paint for me, stuck in a space without time. Yet I'm seeing faces, 'cause with music I'm going places. Into another town, another shore, on a big city lights or a mountain road, another field through my windshield. Up on a stage or in the sage, brushing off that lonely haze. I wouldn't take back all the time I've killed. I ain't winning races, but with music I'm going places. I'll turn the key and tune it up, crank up loud, picking up dust, either in my mind or somewhere down that white line. Well, thank you.
I dig it, brother. Dig it.
It's so I'm giving you a radio exclusive. I'm only telling the radio stations this, and I think you're the first one I'm getting to tell. That song is coming out August 4th, so a week before the album drops officially. It'll be on all the streaming services. The album comes out August 11th. I'm going to release that song a week ahead of time, just because it's the almost title track, and the album's almost here, and so.
Well, and I want to do something really clear. And thank you for doing that. If you'll look on the screen, if you're watching at home right now, I've got Jack's website pulled up. And dude, I want to tell you, brother, you did a phenomenal job with your website, man.
Thank you so much.
That is a good looking, and man,
I put a lot of work into that.
I know you
and then bounced all of those ideas off of my wonderful wife, who's probably watching at home.
She is amazing too.
Yeah, she is.
I haven't heard from her in a while. I know since the last radio campaign we did, but how is she doing, dude?
She's doing really, really good.
She's amazing, dude.
She is a remarkable woman. I kind of hit the lottery when I found that one, not in a monetary sense, but in all the other aspects of the phrase.
Absolutely. She's a beast too, with social media marketing and graphic design and everything.
All that stuff, and she runs a company that was just featured in Forbes a couple weeks ago. So she's making big waves in her industries and just doing wonderful things.
Your website looks like Forbes.
Well, thanks.
No, it's a phenomenal. Y'all go over to jacknelsonband.com and check this thing out, man. This is one of the best websites I've actually seen in quite a while, and I design websites, so I'm giving you a huge compliment.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
This is really well done, dude. Very good job.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
the graphics are really clean and nice.
Thanks. I sourced them all myself. Can't say I made them all myself, but I made most of them, but I sourced the rest and was able to kind of all put it together and just had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, and it looks great. It's very easy to navigate. It's got everything on the homepage that you would want to hit on. And I did take a minute, and I was trying to find the rest of this elusive album on Spotify, but I knew already I wasn't going to.
Yeah.
But I did listen to "Cry for Mama." Cool song, dude.
Thanks. Yeah. I released that for Mother's Day this year. Didn't push it to radio at all, and had a lot of fun with that one too. Me and Jody Bartula, who produced this album. If you're not familiar with who Jody is,
I'm not. Tell me a little bit about him.
So Jody Bartula has been in the Texas country music scene since about 2008, full time as a professional. He grew up around Navasota out there and all those East Texas bands and jamming with those folks. And then around 2008, this young up and comer kind of picked him up. He's a fiddle player. This young up and comer frontman artist picked him up, and they started going on the road and making some big waves, and still making waves today. You might have heard of him. His name's Cody Johnson. Yeah, I think that's
Nah, never heard nah, never heard that name before. Who in the hell's that?
So I've been really fortunate to have known Jody for most of his professional music career, and to be able to call him a friend is a great honor. And I think a couple years ago, we were hanging out at his house goofing around, and he goes, "Hey, if you ever want anything recorded, like I'm doing some stuff around the house, and I'm dabbling a little bit here and there. If you ever want anything done, let me know. I'll be happy to record you." And I was like, "Well, if you've listened to the stuff that I've put out in the past, that's not dabbling stuff. Like I like to go to the big studio and do the big thing
and do it right.
Yeah, do it right, because that is what I'm building my business around, and my artistry around, is really well done recordings." And come about a year later, after we had that conversation, another buddy of ours said, "Hey, listen to the stuff I'm recording with Jody." And I got, I don't know, probably halfway through the first verse of that song,
And picked up the phone and called Jody.
Yeah. And was like,
Exactly.
if you made him sound like that, we're gonna have a
mean,
great time in the studio.
So he did this album.
Yeah, Jody produced this whole album.
I'm
He did
impressed.
most of the instrumentation, and then for the extra stuff like steel guitar, we
It's a sweet.
we borrowed Harrison Yount from Cody's camp, and then we rounded up Keo Stroud to play drums, who's the drummer for Big and Rich.
Nice.
So Black Yoda on Instagram. It's great. Keo's not looking for fame, but he has the best Instagram handle around.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah.
So the boys got soul and rhythm. And
Well, one of the things I really like about the direction of this new album, this is not typical Jack Nelson stuff. Let's talk a minute about that. I love what you're doing, dude. You're blurring some lines with this one.
Thank you. Yeah, that's exactly kind of what we wanted to do with it. Jody understands more so than any other producer studio that I've worked with how weird I am and eclectic. I know
That's not a bad thing.
it's not. And it's the struggle that I walk, because I grew up, my dad's an ag teacher, very much the cowboy farm guy and all that stuff. He's retired now, but grew up around the country boys and the hats and the cinch shirts and the starch jeans and all that stuff. And so that's kind of the style I adopted as I grew up. But
Dad has a music background too.
yeah, and he plays good old timey country music,
Yeah.
and it's very straightforward. And I think I got a little like brain bleed or something over, and I like the weird stuff. I like the fun stuff. I like the trippy stuff, and to be able to fuse that and create basically a new sound. Psychedelic bluegrass has been around since the Grateful Dead.
Sure.
And while we were doing this album, I told Jody, I was like, nobody's making psychedelic country music. So if we can keep it true to that traditional sound and that traditional style, and get weird with it a little bit, and just maybe do something totally different, and make people listen differently to the songs and the way music is made, and we're onto something revolutionary. For my case, I've said it since I got the masters back on this album. I just kind of walked away. I took a step back and said, I have done amazing things in my 11 years of doing this as a full-time musician, from being able to travel all over the world to play for people and having fans all over the world, to playing at Texas Motor Speedway with Leonard Skinner and everything else in between, the Sturgis Rally and all these cool things. And with this album, I'm walking away with it. It's like, I'm going to push on it as hard as I can to promote it and do everything I can for this album. If it blows up, awesome. If it doesn't, still awesome, because I know I created something that I'm truly proud of.
That's
That's
right.
exactly what I wanted it to be. So
Wait,
please buy it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love that you're being true to your true nature, and I think you've given so much in the past. And we all have. I know when I went and did like Friday night and Run to Me, that there was an element of the production quality that I was gearing towards radio, and I kind of lost some of the original meaning to me in that.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
know,
and that'll happen.
and man, I was very blessed. Drew Moreland came in and helped me out big time.
Good. Yeah, Drew's another
He's
weird
got a
head
good,
like me too.
he's got a
Yeah.
good ear for that type of
Yeah.
stuff, dude. He really helped me, realize, hey, Sebby, you're good live, dude, but you're not a studio musician, so
Yeah.
you might want to listen to your producer.
Yeah.
And he was absolutely right. I had to, put myself aside for a minute and say, man, maybe, Drew's done a lot. So it really helped, man, to have that voice in my corner, and then he was like, let me show you what he's trying to tell you to do. And he got in there and he sang on Run to Me. He did background vocals and everything and helped basically co-produce that whole song.
Oh, wow. Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That explains why it's so good then.
Well, I mean, yeah, man, he put a nice touch on it that it was a different view, a different perception. And that's why I'm so encouraging of everybody to co-write with anybody that's willing to do it. And it's not going to work with everybody. And that's cool, man. Be cool about it. You know, just be like, hey, it didn't work out. We can try again some other time and move on.
Yeah.
You
or
know?
even, circle back to it around again when you've had some time to breathe on it.
Yeah, man, because sometimes it's just bad timing, dude. Yeah. You never know what someone else is going through.
The 5-minute walk away in a songwriter circle is just so important sometimes. Like, hey, I'm just going to set this down and go outside for a little bit, and then we'll see what comes up. And usually that's when the magic really kind of starts to come around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and not to break our little thing we got going, we're going to get into a song here right after this. But speaking of songwriting, if you want to get involved, Dwight is here. Dwight Cox is part of the SMG Songwriters Night here at Goofy's on Tuesdays.
Oh, cool. Heck yeah.
And Dwight writes some really, really cool stuff. Jack, you gotta meet this guy.
Yeah, I might have to swing back by. I'm gonna be bouncing around the hill country for the next couple of days too. So
yeah,
let's see if we can get that.
We did 7:30 now is when y'all start that, right?
Cool.
7:30 to 9:30 ish, just depending. If something really great's coming on, there's a good group, they'll stay longer. They may even cut it short if there's not. We've had good nights, we've had bad nights, everything in between. But David Lee helped me get that started here.
Heck yeah.
And I just got too busy with all my little irons in the fire. And Kara Barnett and Dwight have taken that over for me and for SMG, and we appreciate them very, very much. So wanted to give a shout out to anyone listening there that's in the area. Even if you're not, make the trip. It's worth it.
Heck yeah. Well, we talked a lot about Jody. We did write a song together for this album. And you mentioned it a while ago too. I was cool. Sitting at Jody's house about a year ago, and we were hanging out, and I said, hey man, you want to write a song? And he's like, well, what do you want to write about? I said, do you love your mom? I said, I love the hell out of my mom. That's not what he said, but he I was like, well, cool, let's write a song for our moms. And being a mama's boy, so I'm proud to be a mama's boy. And I shot a music video for this on my phone for Mother's Day, and reached out to all my fans on Facebook and said, hey, I reached out and said, all you fellas out there, I need a picture of you and your mom together for this project I'm working on. And I think I got like 2 submissions. I was like, well, this isn't going to go very far very fast. So I said, hey, all you mamas out there, I need a picture of you and your sons. And that comment section was full. So I should have known better just to reach out to the mamas first. But inspired this tune, we shot the video for it out in the woods all by myself. It's called Cry for Mama. His friends have never seen him cry. All the skin, knees, and fist fights, not a tear left his eye. But when it's just her, that's a whole different saga. 'Cause he'll cry for mama. Yeah, she's the rock on the end of the phone, any day or night. Yeah, she's the tattoo on his left arm, and why he tries to do right. Yeah, no matter where he roams, he can always call home. He'll cry for mama.
He thought that girl would be his one and only. Then she left him behind and acted so coldly. He'd get mad and break glass, but he won't cry for that drama. But he'll cry for mama, 'cause she's the rock on the end of the phone any day or night. Yeah, she's the tattoo on his left arm and why he tries to do right. Yeah, no matter where he roams, he can always call home. He'll cry for mama. On the day they lay her in the grave, all he'll remember is all the love that she gave, that stands strong like a soldier, straight out of Sparta. But he'll cry for mama. Yeah, he'll cry for mama. And now until the day that he dies, he'll look towards the sky. And there's a prayer in every tear that falls from his eyes. Now he's all alone, the Lord's called her home, but he still cries for mama. Yeah, he'll cry for mama. Well, thank y'all so much. Appreciate it. So, yeah, super sad. I did a private party yesterday, and it was this elderly gentleman. It was his 90th birthday. Didn't look a day over 70, but I played that song for them, and every one of his granddaughters was just bawling in tears. Like, well, I'm glad I played that one early. But with all the cool new stuff we got going on right now, can showcase a little bit more for you. I got a brand new radio single out. It's tearing up the charts. And speaking of music videos, I shot that whole Cry for Mama video on my phone out in the woods, hanging out with just me in the rain, and took all those pictures and I stapled them to trees and shot all the footage and had fun messing with my video editor. And when I got done making that video editor, I thought to myself, well, I can do more stuff than this. And we had Roadrunner coming out real soon, and I was like, well, I'm sure I've got some footage somewhere of some cool stuff. And I was able to take a bunch of highway driving footage and incorporate me singing along, and I did the takes and I did the layovers, and I got it all looking real cool. And I was like, it's just not enough, and let me see if I can get my son to do that too. So I put him in my stage hat that I typically wear, and all the same clothes I was wearing, and I got him to sing along to the words. And I was like, oh, cool, it kind of looks like he ages into me as we go. And we were hanging out at my brother's place out here in Blanco, and showing it off to one of his friends, his neighbor over there. And he goes, well, if you're going to do the aging thing, you might as well throw your dad in there too. That way you age all the way through all the old stuff. So drove all the way out here to Johnson City and set up a camera in Dad's place and had him do it too. And we were able to fuse it all together and make a music video that you're not going to see anybody else in Texas country doing yet. Not that I've seen anyway.
You know what's cool, man, is, and I learned this the hard way. My biggest nemesis was graphics.
Oh, really?
Big time, dude. For years and years, I dreaded it. I even hated making show posters, but it was a necessary evil.
Yeah,
dude.
You got to do something eye-catching.
So I tried to learn Adobe. I tried, dude, so hard, like for 2 months, man. And like watch video after video after video. I just couldn't get it, dude. And then I found Canva.
Oh, I love Canva.
It is so easy to use.
Do a lot of my show flyers on Canva.
There's a lot you can do on it. Even the video editing, it's not the greatest, but it's if you've got already edited video, you can splice it together and you can even make a website just for your videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's so many
Super
cool
seamless.
things. Yeah, and it's free to use until you get to the point where you need more features.
You're right. Yeah, or
like
more graphics or whatever. But
But my point was, if you put your mind to anything, you really can do it if you take the time.
Yeah, it's the mark of a true creator. A lot of people will ask, like, what's the first thing that God created? Well, a lot of people say, let there be light. So he let him, God created light. The first thing God created wasn't light, it was chaos. Right. He took all that chaos and then created everything around that. Light was just step one of everything else because he needed to see what he was doing, I suppose.
Well, you've got a Dee Bullock said, Jack Nelson, one of my absolute favorites. Can't wait to see where God takes you. I love this album.
Dee is an angel. She is a wonderful woman. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in, Dee.
We appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. If you're ever in the Canyon Lake area, come be part of the live studio audience.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee Jack will be here, but if you're in the area, I'll be here.
Yeah, come on down. Goofy's is a fun spot. We're talking about, that free software. You know what I made the Roadrunner video with?
What's that?
iMovie.
Really?
I made that whole thing with just
I'm gonna have to check
using
that
the
out.
tools that was in there. Yeah,
cool, man.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. But this was probably one of the songs that we had the most fun in the studio creating. And as you were talking to Sabrina and Charlie earlier, they give it up for them one more time. When you're talking to them earlier, you're like, you don't want to put your best song out first, because you don't know who all is going to listen to it or whatever. And Roadrunner, to me as an artist, is my best song, but for radio, it's not, because of how
eclectic
it is, how much of a refined music ear needs to listen to what we were able to do with it in the studio. And I had a lot of fun writing this one. It's called Roadrunner. He grabs his guitar as he's heading towards the door, playing to a place where there always one more, saying, here I go, running down the road. He sings the songs and then they turn on all the lights. They send him off into the night, saying, here I go, running down the road. Yeah, Roadrunner, hit that westward road towards the Abstrocas and the Yellowstone. In Idaho, I will be waiting for you. Ride me, Roadrunner, too. She packs a bag by the early dawn's light. She's packed heavy. No, she ain't packing light. And here I go, running down the road. She says out loud, pushing that pedal to the floor. I got my rig, I don't need nothing more. So here I go, running down the road. Yeah, Roadrunner, hit that westward road towards the Abstrocas and the Yellowstone. In Idaho, I will be waiting for you. I'm a Roadrunner too. They met upon the highway in a lonesome winter snow. In an avalanche they nested in Idaho. Patched a few roadrunners of their own, then sent them down the road. Singing Roadrunner, Roadrunner, hit that westward road towards the Abstrocas and the Yellowstone.
In Idaho, I will be waiting for you, for I'm a road runner too. Yes, I'm a road runner too. Yeah, road runner, hit that westward road from the Absarokas home to Yellowstone. In Idaho, I will be waiting for you, for I'm a road runner too. Yes, I'm a road runner too. Yes, I'm a road runner too. Thank you.
Dude.
Favorite part about that song is how lightheaded I am at the end of it every time. I just get to enjoy it.
You just gave it all, you know.
Yeah, it's fun. I love hitting that note.
You know, you in the song it mentions Yellowstone. I could see that being a song on that show, actually.
Yeah, somebody call that dude.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
You know who might know the hookup is Gareth. Knows the hookup to get around that. He had a
Gareth
song.
Fowler?
Yeah, he had a song he pitched to Yellowstone.
Oh, cool.
If you know that cat.
I met him at the Terlingua Songwriter Festival, a Big Bend Songwriter Festival this past year.
He's an SMG songwriter.
Oh, cool.
Product.
Yeah, him and his girlfriend Lauren.
I don't know about his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's still the thing or not?
Oh, well.
Dwight's shaking his head over there.
No.
So no, when I first met,
they went all public like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's probably still going on. It's still fresh. The honeymoon's not over yet. You know how it is dating musicians.
Yeah.
I'd say you got lucky, dude.
I did.
You did, man. It's a hell of a thing to sign up for, ladies, is dating a musician.
Yeah.
It really is. There's a lot of things that are hard to understand. And the biggest thing is this desire and drive inside of us that we cannot deny. And if we do, it disrupts our whole universe.
You have to. It's a have to thing. So I wrote Roadrunner after my summer Rocky Mountain run that I do every year. I've been doing it for the last 7 or 8 years now. We'll go up and bounce around the mountains and stuff. And I was sitting down and saw Dad used to take the Roadrunner stickers out of our Cracker Jack boxes and put them on all our instruments and stuff. And I was like, man, it'd be cool to write a song about a Roadrunner. And we had just got back from the tour. My son was playing Red Dead Redemption in the living room, and I was like, I want a cool old Western vibe song, and like kind of go with what he was playing on the game. And that's when the song kind of happened too.
Isn't it cool how those little moments like that
inspire
us?
And he even kind of perked his ear up and was like, "You writing a new song?" I was like, "Yeah, I think I am." He's like, "Cool, I like it." And when I got done with it, a week later, we had already tracked it as the fastest turnaround time on a song I've ever had.
He's probably going to be like, for the rest of his life, Dad, play the Red Dead Redemption song. You know what I mean?
But yeah, back to what we were talking about before. I'm getting ready to go on another Rocky Mountain run.
Cool.
And next month, we've got a couple of dates lined out, but nothing. Usually the way I like to do it is with no plan and just up and go and be gone with it, which my lovely wife hates that. She needs to know where we're going to be all the time, what we're going to do. And so
what's
I told
your
her,
itinerary?
Yeah, I don't have an itinerary. I'm just going to go and be free and bounce around the mountains.
Honey, I ain't got no agenda.
And I told her, I was like, you don't have to go. Like, I'm going to be fine. Well, I want to go. It's like, well, there can't be no complaining. There can't be any deadlines. And if you're coming, I guess we got to bring the dog too. So,
man, that's not a bad thing.
No, we did it last year. It was fantastic. Just the three of us, and got to see and do stuff that I never was able to do in the past when I took the band with me. Because when you're trying to keep 5 other individuals happy and fed and sheltered and stuff along the way.
Wrangling cats with a wet rope.
Yeah, keeping all the cats happy.
Yeah, so, you got to have a wet rope, y'all. Yeah, it's if you don't have the wet rope, you don't get the full experience.
Extra tassels.
That's it, man. It's almost like a cowboy that's got a rope with a bad knot in it.
Mm-hmm.
And they finally get it around that damn steer's head, and they go to pull it, and the dang noose doesn't tighten up. Ever had that happen, fellas?
I don't know that I have.
You wouldn't believe it, man, but I've roped.
Really? Something I never took to, and I was too busy being strapped onto the back of the crazy animals and having fun bouncing off of them.
No, you did the bull ride.
Yeah,
didn't you?
bull
I
rode
forgot-
for a little
I
bit.
forgot about that, man.
Yeah, I had a whole album back in 2015 dedicated to it.
I forgot about that.
Which, if you still got a copy of that album, let me know. I kind of need those files. I pulled all of those songs off of all the streaming services. So the only place you can find anything from that album right now is if either you have one of the original 1,000 copies that I pressed, or on YouTube, there's, I think, the 2 music videos that we shot for like Honky
Man,
Tonk Angel
I
and Texas Dance Halls are
I
still
just
out there.
helped Sammy Lynn revive her album. She had her last copy of the single that she, I guess, had hidden from herself or whatever, and found it, and it's been years, and like she didn't have the old files or nothing, and I took them and converted them for her and
Oh, cool.
set it up, and I offered to redo it's an older album, you know. I
Yeah.
said, if you want to touch up the artwork and get it a little bit more modern looking, a little bit more because I mean, she released it obviously, but didn't release it. You know?
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah, didn't do all the right
Didn't
channels.
do the right stuff with it,
Yeah.
you know, and it's been sitting there for over a decade, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, and I was fortunate in that with that album, I released it to all the distributed it all the way that you're supposed to do all that stuff and had it all lined out. The problem was we released that under the name Jack Nelson Band. And when I started releasing singles with you back in 2020, I think it was, we switched it over. We took band off of the name because I wasn't using my touring band to do the studio stuff. So it didn't make sense to me to have band on the name.
Yeah,
And
I try to educate artists on that too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know for the guys in the band, I get it, but honestly, in most cases, if you're doing it right, your band's probably not going to play in the studio.
right, yeah.
They're not, man. And their job is to learn the stuff that comes out of the studio.
Because those guys in the studio are so fast.
Well, it's not just that, man. They know how to dial it in and make it sound good and add that element that unfortunately, and it's no knock against live musicians at all, because I didn't even realize the difference till
Oh, I know studio guys that can't play live.
Yeah, exactly.
But well,
But they're a metronome in that studio, and that's
Mhm.
what you need to take less time in the production side.
yeah.
You need the tracks laid down right and fast, man, or you're going to spend a ton of money.
Yeah, absolutely. But speaking of that, I'll
Yeah.
play, since I should play more stuff that is already released. So if you're listening, you can add it to your streaming playlist and all that stuff. This is the one I pushed with you. It did pretty well for us. It is until Roadrunner came out. It was it had been on track of my most popular song on Spotify.
You know, I'm never happy with my results on campaigns. I'm like, I could have done better.
We all could have.
Yeah.
Every time. We can't beat ourselves up over it. We just got to move on, do the next thing, and let it ride. This one's called Somebody New. I didn't know what to say when I called you late last night. I just wanted to hear your voice on the other end of the line. I guess I lost my nerve when I heard him there with you. So I just hung up the phone. What the hell am I supposed to do? Oh, why am I still not over you? Oh, why am I still not over you? And why you gotta be so cool? Let me take a page from you and find somebody new. I'm laying here all alone, going through my phone. I try my best to forget, but it ain't happened yet. I crawl out of bed and pour another drink, 'cause your damn memory, it just won't let me sleep. Oh, why am I still not over you?
why am I still not over you? And why you gotta be so cruel? Let me take a page from you and find somebody new. Someone won't worry all the time about where I've been all night. Who doesn't want to fight? She just wants to hold me tight. Well, she may not look like you or do the things you do, but I bet that she'll stay true. Yeah, I'm gonna find somebody new. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna find somebody new.
I did really enjoy doing that song with you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'd had a blast with it.
It was a really a cool thing, man, to be able to push that song for you, man. I've always been a fan, and working with your wife too, I realized how good of a manager you have.
Yeah, she's taken a step back on a lot of the manager side of stuff lately, but when she was rocking and rolling on it and really all about it,
I'm sure she got you in line.
She loved it. She loved working with me doing it. She found out really quick that the music industry is not like the public speaking industry.
Oh, no.
In that, in the public speaking industry, those people are treated like rock stars all the time. In the music industry, we're treated like dirt all the time.
Isn't that the truth, though, brother, man?
Yeah.
I mean, not all cases, dude. I've had some great experiences too.
Yeah. There's definitely some. There's the good golf shots that make it work, make you keep coming back for it all the time. But
amen, brother. Well, what you got next for us?
That's a great question.
So we probably got time for, I'm gonna say 3 more.
3 more.
So I'm gonna let you choose your destiny there. And I got a friend over here that wants to check out the setup, so I'm gonna mute my microphone while you play a couple of them and show them around my setup and everything, if you don't mind.
No, not at all. Sounds good.
Yeah, man. I like to help out when I can.
I'll do a cover. I haven't done a cover yet today, and it'll roll real nicely into one of my favorite songs off the album coming up. I crossed the threshold over into my mid-30s officially this year. And I found an old Jimmy Buffett tune that just really resonated with me super well. A little too hard, of course. Mother, Mother Ocean, I have heard your call. I wanted to stay on your waters since I was 3 feet tall. 'Cause you've seen it all. Yes, you've seen it all. I watched the men who rode you switch from sails to steam, and in your belly you hold the treasure that few have ever seen. Most of them dreams, and most of them dreams. Yes, I am a pirate, a few hundred years too late. The cannons don't thunder, there's nothing to plunder. I'm an almost 40 victim of fate, arriving too late, arriving too late. Yes, I've done some smuggling, I've run my share of grass.
I made enough money to buy Miami, but I pissed it away so fast. Never meant to last. Never meant to last. But I have been drunk now for over 2 weeks. I passed out and I rallied and I sprung a few leaks. Got to stop wishing, got to go fishing. I'm down to rock bottom again. With just a few friends. Just a few friends. Just a few friends. Just a few friends. This rolls right nicely into the first track on that new album. It took me a few years to write, but I'm glad I finally nailed it down as the girl I wrote it for was walking out the door. Because I found one that fit even better. I'm just sailing a ship out on the sea, and I can feel your chains pulling on me. And I can't see the shore, no, it's been way too long. So I need you like a sailor needs his songs. When life's gotten me 3 sheets to the wind, got me tossing and turning like the tide all over again. Hold fast to my heart, don't be a stranger. 'Cause when I'm facing stormy weather, darling, you are the anchor. And I don't know what I would do if I were ever to lose you. I'd probably drift away and lose navigation. For as my anchor, you hold me close to see the lighthouse beacon. And when life's gotten me 3 sheets to the wind, got me tossing and turning like the tide all over again. Hold fast to my heart, don't be a stranger. 'Cause when I'm facing stormy weather, darling, you are the anchor. Yeah, when life's gotten me 3 sheets to the wind, got me tossing and turning like the tide all over again. Hold fast to my heart, don't be a stranger. 'Cause when I'm facing stormy weather, darling, you are the anchor. Yes, you are the anchor. And I'd do anything to make you stay. Don't you know it's hard to get moving when your anchor's away?
Yeah, baby.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. 2 more, man. I'm digging it. Dude.
Cool.
Yeah,
Two
I'm
more.
loving it.
2 more is perfect because I didn't really want to end on a slow one, but I was gonna end on a slow one.
No, we're not going to do that. No, not unless you want to.
Since our songwriter host for
Yeah.
SMG Songwriter Group is here, that's every Tuesday night here at Goofy's Bar, 7:30 p.m. What I'm told. This is from a songwriter standpoint. This is my absolute favorite song, and probably will be for the rest of my life. Because I don't know how I'm gonna outdo myself, but I hope I do. Here's the one I did write for my wife before I was ready to tell her I wrote a song for her. We were just dating at the time, and I didn't want to, be that guy. I got to thinking about the life I wanted to live with her. Inspired this tune. It's called Lullaby. If I could change the alphabet, put a U before I, and we would be a set in every nursery rhyme. Well, I would be Jack, and you would be my Jill. Ain't going back up that hill. But you can hold my crown in case I tumble down again. Well, I guess I would be the dish, 'cause you're my little spoon. Like the dog, we both laugh if a cow jumped over the moon. And hear the fiddle play as we'd run away, diddle, hey, hey. Yeah, hey. Starlight twinkle bright, won't you guide us home tonight? Now hush, my baby, don't say a word. Listen to the ladybird, she sings for you and me. And our itsy bitsy, no, my darling, don't make a peep. Just close your eyes and count black sheep. Hear the bell dong ding while the rain is pouring, and hear the cock-a-doodle-doo of the cuckoo clock as you gently row your boat to the hickory dock. Yeah, you're dreaming merrily. So darling, don't you cry, just rock-a-bye to our sweet lullaby. When you're an old mother, digging through your cupboard for fixings from the muffin man, you'll be the baker, I'll be your man. Like London Bridge, I fell for you, and how I'll be a little blue when you can't remember how to count to 2. But you can count on me to always buckle your shoes. Now hush, my baby, don't say a word. Listen to the ladybird, she sings for you and me. And our itsy bitsies. No, my darling, don't make a peep. Just close your eyes and count black sheep. Hear the bell dong ding while the rain is pouring, and hear the cock-a-doodle-doo of the cuckoo clock as you gently row your boat to the hickory dock. And you're dreaming merrily. So darling, don't you cry, just rock-a-bye to our love's lullaby. Yeah, rock-a-bye
Whole life's a lullaby.
Yeah, I love how disciplined your playing is, man.
It's it. This guitar makes me play disciplined. Like I've got to be real tight because the strings are closer together than they normally are on regular guitars. For the most part, apparently there's different bridge shapes. I didn't know that when I got the guitar. I love this guitar. It makes me play better.
It makes you pay attention. Right?
Yeah, it makes me.
My Seagulls,
try not to be
the
sloppy.
Seagulls that I've used for years are like that. They have a narrower neck, a little bit lighter action. It's more like playing an electric than an acoustic in some senses. And it's been an advantage and a disadvantage at the same time, because if I go and use somebody else's guitar, I feel like I'm in space. You know? It's like, oh my God, I have to stretch my fingers a lot.
Room for days.
Yeah, man, I got room for days where I'm a little tighter on the neck of that, which it's a good and a bad thing. It makes you play a little tighter.
Oh yeah,
and we get your fat, man. I got fat, short fingers, so I got to get them out the way, you know.
My home guitar that I leave hanging up on the wall, it's got that traditional spacing on. I love it. The action's fantastic. It's just not a roadworthy guitar.
Amen.
So I take my Tetons with me everywhere I go.
What you gonna finish us out with, Mr. Nelson? Hey, y'all don't forget to get vinyl. He's got vinyl for $600. I mean, just tonight, only $50. If you buy it online, it's going to be $600, and you can send the other $550 to me, and we'll make sure he gets a radio promotion out of it or something.
You know what? Since you're getting it here live and in person, I'll give you $10 off.
There you go. Hey. Man, what a deal, dude, for vinyl. Like I was telling you, man, I was going to buy a turntable, you know, and the one I was looking at, you know, that all these people recommended is $400, and then you tell me about this $200 one.
I love it, and it's got the little attachments on the back to where if you want to run it to bigger speakers or whatever, it's got those old school black and red plug-in things.
Nice,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the old aux.
Yeah,
inputs. Yeah.
You got to strip the wires down and plug them in if you.
Want. It's that old school.
Yeah, if you want to expand
the wire.
But it does have an aux cable option as well too. But it has the red and black plugs on the back too.
Like the old speaker cables, like them 80s. My brothers had those, man. I was, what are y'all doing? We're cleaning the wire so we can make the connection for the speaker.
Mm-hmm. So it has that option. You can also Bluetooth to it and the built-in speakers on it are great too. They do fine for me, anyways. When I got the test pressings for that new album, I took the mattress out of the back of the van and laid it in the living room and just sat there and listened to it all day long and just flipped side to side and hanging out with that album. And you know, I've heard it my whole life. Oh, it just sounds better on vinyl. Everything sounds better on vinyl. I'm like, okay, whatever. And there are several vinyls in my collection that I've listened to. And it's like, yeah, I like the vinyl sound, not as much as the regular WAV file sound that you get from everything else. But this album, holy crap, you can hear so many different levels of the mix. The harmonies are better.
Technology is different for vinyl now than it was back then too. Mm-hmm. You know, so I think some of that digital is transferred over even to the analog side of vinyl.
So clear, so good. I love it.
All right, what you gonna finish us with, man? And it was a pleasure hanging out and catching up with you. We need to do this more often.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just let me know when you're gonna be in the area. I'll make sure you got a spot.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I don't know when that'll be, but figure it out.
As soon as you figure it out, make a call.
We might as well play this one. This has always been a fan favorite of everybody that comes to see me play. Had a great time shooting the music video for this one too. A good friend of mine, Kelsey Yao, out of Big Spring, Texas, drove all the way to Huntsville, Texas, just so we could fly her drone around and have me act a fool, run around town out there to cut this song and tell the story. It's called Long Way to Huntsville. I've been staring at these four walls for 4 years now. Still got a ways to go before they let me out. And it seems like a lifetime since I walked into this place. Shadows on my hands, my feet, and shame on my face. Now it's a long way to Huntsville. Here I am stuck in this cell. Yeah, 45 got me here. So the only thing wicked about jail was getting here. See, I was planning what seemed to be the perfect life. And I caught another man in bed with my wife. And I said as I heard that old hammer click, well, I would rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Now it's a long way to Huntsville. Here I am stuck in this cell. Yeah, 45 got me here. So the only thing quick about jail was getting here.
Oh, yeah. This is Jack Nelson. Y'all give it up for him.
Thank y'all so much. Thanks for having me on, Mark.
Yeah, man. And hey, we're gonna leave you out with the brand new project for those of you watching at home that I was able to finally launch.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, dove into the world of distribution.
Oh, yeah.
You know about that.
Oh, yeah. I was going to talk to you about that because I was having some problems with my side of it. But
yeah, man. Let's talk. I'm gonna show this real quick. We're gonna get out of here. Y'all don't forget to go on over. I'm gonna add it right back to the stream real quick so y'all can see. Don't forget to go over to jacknelsonband.com and you can buy merch there, all kinds of stuff. If you weren't here tonight to get that deal on the vinyl, they got a pretty cool package with the new CD, the EP, and the vinyl, right?
Yeah, so we dropped that EP. Hadn't talked about it much today.
Yeah.
We dropped that EP back in April, and it's called Drasco. It's named after the town I recorded all those songs in, and we tracked those in 2016 and weren't able to release the EP until April of this year. So like that's been a long project in the mix. So being able to like, okay, finally, here's the songs. Everybody enjoy this great foundation of wonderful music by a bunch of wonderful musicians and my words behind it. And then to follow it up with this Going Places project, it's great. Lots of music this year.
Yeah, I'm loving to watch the journey, brother, and I'm super proud of you. And let's stay in touch and do this more often, man.
Same, thank you.
All right, we're gonna get on out of here, y'all. I'm gonna leave you right here with this right here. Yeah, we don't need to listen to it. Only they.
I was like, are we dead?
Yeah, we're done. Hold on, let me turn you on.
demons of this world. Yeah, I'm on the demons. I'm on the demons.